Hello and welcome back to the Open Cockpit's CDU version 3 running with ProSim 737. We're going to pick up from where we left off last time. Okay, so we're going to go to our ProSim folder, wherever you keep it, start up the ProSim CDU program and you'll see the CDU come up. Okay, we're going to go through our options in the config folder here. So what we're looking at, starting from the top, is the server ID or the server IP address. Make sure you don't get caught like me. I have a wide network as well as a Wi-Fi network. I originally put in the Wi-Fi network in this section here, and it turned out that I needed to put in my wide network IP. So find your IP address that you're running your ProSim network on, and that goes in that first section just there. The bottom here, we need to deselect show frame and show border so that they're empty, because you don't want the border on the thing if you're putting it in your CDU. And then down the bottom here you'll also notice that it says Captain's Power or Always On or FO's Power. So select whichever one suits you best. I'm going to select Captain's Power because it's set up as my Captain's CDU. Next tab along we see we'll have drivers. In here, because it's an open cockpit CDU, again, we have to put in our IP address, exactly the same as the IP address which you put in the top one here. To the right, you'll see another box. Within this box, you have to put in the port address which your CDU is running on. So if you bring up SIOC, you'll see in the IOCP server, your port address, and mine is actually 8092. I'll just drag that down to the right hand side, get it out of the way. So 8092 is what you put in here, and your SIOC variable offset is actually 50. Nothing to do in screen layout. Now once we select OK here, you'll end up with this black interface here. This is actually the screen that you need for your CDU. So I'll give you a bit of an idea what we're doing here. We're actually going to left button click and hold this screen, and we're going to drag it down onto the CDU screen. And once we have it there, we're going to go back into the config file again. So we right button click and go to the very top one which says config. And of course it's going to come back up on the main screen again here, your config file. Just select, in the config file now, you're going to select start full screen. Once you go OK, what will happen is that your screen will go full screen on the CDU now. And that's about all the setup you need to do for the CDU itself. Now just to test that the whole unit is working properly, if we were to go back up to the main screen again, we'll just drag our SIOC unit up. If we start up our console, we log on and connect. As I press any of the keys on the CDU, you'll notice that everything is coming up here, meaning that everything is operational at the moment. So, disconnect here, log off, and shut down that. This can be running in the background if you like. And we'll mosey on down to our CDU again and just go through the setup there for a flight. Okay, so prior to me starting up the CDU, I'll just go through the setup for your ProSim, which everybody should know if you're using ProSim anyway. Find your main ProSim folder and start up ProSim itself. You'll see the Glass Cockpit software suite starting up to the right hand side. You'll see all your gear coming up here. We then start up the other modules, including your audio, display. These are things you would run if you don't have the panels, but of course if you've got the panels you wouldn't be worrying about these. The MCP panel, and the overhead. And of course once you have all that running, you would start up Flight Sim in the background. I have also purchased the ProSim Jetstream model, which is the 737, the basic default 737, which has been slightly modified by ProSim. It's a beautiful piece of gear, runs very nicely. So we have this set up ready to go. If we were to bring back up our main program here, you can see that we're actually connected to our IOCP, and there's our IP address and port address. So making sure all that's going, we can actually now go in and start setting up on our CDU. So we'll do a quick setup with our FMC. So we press our FMC button, it'll bring up all our initial reference index. Of course you would go through it as you would normally, setting up your ID, so your position, and of course your route and everything like that. You'll notice that the colour is operational on the CDU now. You can see the blue route finder up the top, lettering at the top, along with the white gear here, so, and so on and so forth. Activate button is perfect performance. As you can see with the lighting, the brightness control works beautifully, and that's about it. Once you have that set up to there, you're away, and it's just a matter of going through and using your CDU as you would normally. And that's about it. So that's how you get the Open Cockpit's CDU version 3 running with ProSim 737.
Okay.